Hey, IB Scholars, Mr. Byrne here. We are going to do some IB nominations, and the first one is a teacher who was nominated for being a communicator. Mr. Hyatt has been such a goofy and open teacher, which truly shows his contribution to the school and inside the class. He has helped scholars develop a good understanding with his well-explained videos and is so very caring to the scholars. He has made online learning in his class a fun thing to do that we all look forward to. Thank you, Mr. Hyatt, for being a great communicator. This next nomination is for the Culture of Contribution, and it is for Channon Ingleton. It is from your brother. I think my brother, Channon Ingleton, is a symbol of the culture of contribution because he pushes himself to become the best student that he can be despite his natural-born struggles. Not only does he follow the rules, but he encourages others like myself to follow them too. Channon also puts his time and energy into keeping his grades up, getting extra help on Friday, and working a job daily. Thank you, Channon, for your culture of contribution. This next nomination was for a scholar. She has asked me to help her when she needs it before, and has always been there for me when I needed help from somebody. And she's always been with me as my best friend since the beginning of the school, even when I started losing most of my friends because I couldn't trust people. She was there, and I was able to trust her when there was nobody else, and I have always been there for her. She's an amazing best friend, and overall is an amazing person, and I love how she always is there to help and is willing to ask for help when she needs it. Thank you, Kylie Mayo, for being a great communicator. This next person was nominated for being caring. When I need help with something I don't understand, she is always right there to help me. She is caring because she goes out of her way to help me find an understanding of the topic or assignment. Thank you, Mrs. Sabo, for being caring. This next nomination is from Mrs. Caraway to one of our scholars. I cannot find the original email, but I must nominate Cayman Weber. I would give her the We Can Do It, Keep Calm, and Carry On Super Duper Gritty Award. No matter what has been thrown at her, she has not let it get her down or stop her. She is an incredible time manager and motivation master. I am blown away by her attention to completing projects, reading essays, everything on time and at a high level. Her attitude is incredible. Just all around IB Scholar Award. Thanks, Cayman Weber, for being awesome. This next person was nominated for being caring. This is the most loving and caring teacher in the world. There are no moments where he doesn't make the class feel comfortable and loved. Thank you, Mr. Ellicott, for being a caring teacher. This next scholar was nominated for being caring. She fits the IB profile because she's always concerned for others and is always willing to help others with schoolwork. She is so considerate with others and always goes out of her way to make scholars feel better about themselves. Thank you, Kajera Hart, for being a caring scholar. This next person was nominated for the Culture of Contribution. She put together a blog to help fellow students with their studies throughout this global lockdown. It is very helpful to those who want to maintain their studies. So thank you, Claire Bates, for your Culture of Contribution. This next shout out is for all of the teachers and nominated for the Culture of Contribution. Due to the recent events regarding the coronavirus, all teaching staff swiftly and diligently adjusted their schedules, lesson plans, and adapted to technology. This was all done for the sake of their students' well-being, and I am very proud of them for getting through the obstacles. So thank you to all of the teachers. This next scholar was also nominated for being caring. He takes time out of his busy schedule to help me with what I am struggling with, even if it takes a bit for me to understand, but he always gets his work done even though he helps me. Thank you, Michael Castillo, for being a caring friend. This next person was nominated for being caring. She cares about what she's doing and cares about the people in her class that she is with. Thank you, Liliana Navarez, for being caring.
This next person was nominated for being open-minded. Basically, Mr. Bates really helped us out by trusting us that we did our work correctly, as he was not able to go back to school and get his grading information. So thanks for trusting us, Mr. Bates. You're awesome. This next nomination is for a teacher for being caring. This year has been stressful for me, and every day I went to her class and I felt like I could tell her anything and not be judged for how I was feeling, and she was always wanting to give me advice and find some way to make me laugh. I am so grateful that even though our year is not ending the way we expected it to, I can still always go to her when I need to vent and I just need some extra guidance. Thank you, Mrs. Schmidt, for all that you do, and I am going to miss you so much after graduation. Thanks, Mr. Schmidt.
This next scholar was nominated for being caring. It was a wonderfully written, very long passage about all the wonderful things that Paige Bogart has done for her best friend and how caring she is and how she's always been there through thick and thin. So thank you, Paige, for being a caring scholar. And this last nomination is for a staff member from a staff member. I would like to nominate this staff member, actually these staff members, for their work at the food banks. They're also sewing face masks for the hospital staff as well. I am super proud of them both. Thank you, Mrs. McMahon and Mrs. Miller, for being awesome culture of contribution people. So have a great week, folks. Bye.